Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to day 3 of our Play Life fundraiser. Welcome in, BB. Thank you for redeeming Sugar Plum Fairy. That was a lovely little listen in my ears. How are we doing today, friends? I'll start and just tell you that I don't feel great. If you are in my Discord, I think everybody in here is in my Discord. I shared that I was going to be streaming later than I planned because I did not feel good, and that is true. I do not feel good. Um, I think it's just allergies, honestly, but I'm just feeling really tired and like my throat is sore, not my sore is throat. My throat is sore. So I think I just have a little bit of allergies going on, but and also the atmosphere is changing because we have storms coming tonight. So anyways, let's go ahead and just get into this thing. Hello. It's me. I'm wearing my Screaming for Silence shirt again. Surprise, surprise. If you don't know, we are raising money for St. Jude. We are participating in Play Live. I'm a St. Jude ambassador, and our goal this year is to raise $500. So, I should probably pin this in chat. There we go. There's our little message and the link to donate if you feel inspired to. But we are working on a huge children's hospital. Let me pull this guy up on stream for you. That is not the right stream. So this is the children's hospital we have been working on. It is 5 stories in total. There are 3 big stories, another like smaller like roof access, and there is a basement as well. We finished the basement and the ER the other day. So as you can see, it is still very empty. We are going to try and finish the first floor and maybe also the second floor today. But this is what we did in the basement. So in the basement, we just have the billing department. So, where you go if you need help with your billing stuff. And then we have a little vending machine area over here with a trash can. We have a laundry room for, like, the housekeepers at the hospital to, like, bring sheets down to. And we have a little storage area with, like, some fundraising stuff and oxygen tanks and just random stuff. And we also have a morgue, which I know is kind of sad, but like I felt like it was accurate for a hospital. So we have a little morgue down here. We have some body storage, and then we have the exam table as well. And then up here, like I said, we started on the ER, so we have just a nice little sitting area. We might add a couple of toys around still, and maybe some artwork up above a couple of these, but we just laid out what we wanted. And then in the actual like ER area itself, we have 2 normal kids ER bays, so they just have purple beds, a seat for like the adults. We got eye charts, we've got like the saline IV poles, whatever you want to call them. And then we have one for infants as well. So we have like the infant, or the newborn bassinet, I guess it'd be in The Sims. But like this is one, there's no eye chart obviously, and there's no like formal bed. We just have like the bassinet. And then this is the nurse's station. We've got some like art that maybe some of the kids have done for them. We have alarms in case there's like any codes. And then we have like this board for them to keep track of like people's medications and whatever, and more like patient art and postcards and pictures. And then this is the critical care room. So this one is right off of the ambulance bay. This is the ambulance bay. So this is where the ambulance would pull up, drop off the patient. This is the critical care room. And so it's got like a bunch of storage. It's got like more sterile floors. There's like instruments for them. There's like a surgical light, so that way if they need it for intubation, whatever. And then they also have like an X-ray scan light machine. So, and it's a little bit bigger, so that way people can rush around and do what they need to, but that is for the more critical patients. We also have a little ER bathroom, so this is where like patients and their parents can go if they need to while they're being seen in the ER. And then the other thing we finished working on is this room. This is like the surgical prep area, so before you would go up to like the normal admissions floor after surgery, and before you go to surgery at all, normally you go into like a room, and they usually it's a shared room even, at least in my experience, and then they'll like put in your IV, they'll, you know, prep the area, and all that kind of stuff. So we've just got another little like hand washing station for the nurses, and we have 2 bays. We have, you know, a chair for the parents, and then also, of course, a bed for the children. So I think our next order of business is to do this back section. So we have a radiology suite. We'll put the x-ray machines, the treadmills for the treadmill test, and we have 3 surgical suites. These are going to be 2 like more advanced surgical suites, so they have access to a storage room where there will be like extra supplies and things that maybe you would need for more advanced surgeries. This is going to be more of like an outpatient surgery room, less advanced, more for things like cutting off warts and just random little things, ingrown toenails, etc., etc. And then back here we do have a staff bathroom / a bathroom that like the parents of the kids in the surgical prep area could use. And then this is going to be a staff room. This is going to be a staff room. This is going to be a staff library. And then this is going to be the lab. So this is going to be where like the lab tables are. We'll probably put like a fridge or something in here. This is going to be our little lab. I actually might make this a little bit bigger. Yeah. So we'll have a couple of lab tables in here. So it's kind of a shared lab between, this is a pediatrics office, so this is where you go for like non-critical stuff, like if your kid just has a cold or whatever, there will be a pediatrician. We're not going to be playing with this hospital, at least not anytime soon, but like you go here just for your daily cough and cold. So probably go ahead and work on that today. Also, can I get a door? This is a maintenance closet. And I'm like, can we get a door for the maintenance closet actually? Okay. So let's go ahead and finish up just doing some tweaking to the ER waiting room. Obviously, there probably won't be a ton of toys, because if you're coming to the ER, your kids probably don't have the energy to really play. But we could have, like, a couple of little things around, you know. And then we could probably have also a okay, beautiful. So there's just a couple of things for kids to play with if they feel up to it. And then I think I want to add a little bit of art, like above this one, and above this one, and then maybe also above the toy chest over here. Just some like really kid-friendly art. If we can find some. Like, if we could find some that matches and has, like, 4 different swatches, that we could put just 4 different ones around of the same thing, that would be really neat, I think. But I don't know what we have so much for, like, kids. I guess what we could do is we could go to packs and we could sort by growing together, parenthood, kids room, toddler stuff, and little campers. That'll give us a lot of kid art. Oh, and I just dropped my phone. I'm on a roll. This feels like superhero, like, emblems. I'm like, maybe we could do, like, some superhero emblems. None of this is really good. Like, maybe we could do 4 different styles of this. Ooh, what if we switched it and said we did this one and this, and then this one and this? I mean, that's okay. I mean, I'm not in love with it. I wish we had something a little bit different and that was, like, more of, like, a single portrait. But I'm not hating it, so... Also, I'm gonna grab this, because... just in case I need it. Okay, so I think the ER is done now. I just wanted to add a couple of little bits and bobs around. I guess we could maybe... Can we add some tables? Okay, we don't need to separate by that anymore. I think for an ER, especially kids ER, we don't want anything breakable, so nothing with glass on top. We're gonna want something pretty solid. I'm thinking even maybe the metal ones. There. So we got a couple little tables for people to, like, if they need to set a water bottle down or their purse or a diaper bag, we have those options. So now let's go ahead and head back here, and we need the medical clinic items, and we're going to need, we could probably put some IV poles in here. We'll put 2 x-ray machines, and we'll put 2 of the treadmills as well. Okay, so I think I want to do the x-rays like with some sort of like door, because obviously x-rays, you don't want to be exposing the people that are like on the treadmill to x-rays like just willy-nilly. So I think we could probably get away with doing a little like separate room. And like I said, since we're not making this necessarily functional, we could probably even get like a curtain and like put the curtain up. I think that could be kind of cool to have like a curtain that you could like pull away for like privacy when patients are in here. I'm so tired. Ooh, what if we did, like... we did this one, and then they could, like, drag one across, drag the other across if they need to. And then, could we get, like, a little wall sign that, like, marks which number each one of these is? They can be like, oh, your doctor sent you to x-ray suite number 1. Your doctor sent you to x-ray number 2. Like, can we get one of these? Okay, like I said, I want these. Honestly, you can put them up against the wall, and I kind of prefer that almost. And we can... oh, I thought we had 2 of these. Do we not have 2 of these suckers? Okay, we'll get one for over here as well. It's like if patients are hooked up to IVs, they can still have their IVs while they're doing the treadmill test. And I was thinking we could do like some sort of chair, maybe a more fun chair than the ones that are in the ER. Since this doesn't have to be as sterile, we could have something a little bit more fun. Like, what if we did this? Like, that's kind of cute. And then we could put, like, the trash can, like, right here. Because, of course, they probably need a trash can for any... you know, whatever, for, like... maybe you put, like, plastic over the buttons. Like, if a patient's sick, they can't get germs on, like, the stuff. I guess we do need this out. I didn't realize we were going to need this out. I think Sims can still walk through here. And I actually kind of like that better because it fills up the room a little bit more. Now, the other thing is I would like to get something up here. Maybe TVs. So patients can, like, watch, like, a cartoon so, like, they're not getting stressed. Because obviously, like, a 7-year-old kid isn't gonna really enjoy being on a treadmill while they don't feel good. So I'm like, maybe it'd be a good idea to have, like, a TV. Okay, so then we go down the hall. We're gonna do the scrub room. I think we're just gonna use... you know what? Honestly, I think the most scrub room looking sink is gonna be the one from Dine Out. It's gonna be this one. I feel like this gives scrub room vibes. Maybe in this swatch. And then we need soap. The only problem is we don't have access to, like, put soap on here, I don't think. I don't think it sits on there. No, it doesn't. Do we... oh. Did I just put that in this room? Where did I just put the... where did the soap just go? Okay, well, I'll just delete it that way. Do we have another one that, like, kind of gives scrub room vibes, but with some sort of edge, because I guess there's this one. I don't know if that really gives scrub room vibes, though. I feel like the deeper sink makes sense because you can't touch the edge of the sink. If you're scrubbing, you can't touch anything. So I'm like, the deeper sink makes the most sense. But I really wish we had something we could, like, put the soap on. But I think if we can go to surfaces and find a really small shelf, like this one from Simsy's kit, I think like this could work really well. And then usually it's like a betadine bar, so if we can find one that's yellow, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted, was a bright yellow bar, because that's usually what betadine looks like. It's, I guess it's more of like a dark, really dehydrated pea yellow, but that will work. I don't think we're gonna have... Yeah, no, I don't think we want people scrubbing in with that, so never mind. Okay, and then we can go ahead and just put like those, and then we can just shove a trash can up against like this door right here. And then I'm thinking we could have like, I don't know how we're gonna make this work, but like make it look like we have mask dispensers, because a lot of times they'll also like put their masks on in the scrub room. So I'm like, if we could find like something, or we could make something that kind of looks like honestly almost like this. I'm like, if we like shrunk it down. I don't know. I guess we could also just put nothing right here and just leave it open for walking. I guess that works. I'm not gonna get too crazy about it. And we do need the surgical tables. Okay, and then what can we put, like, back here? Honestly, I'm thinking the vet clinic items would work really well back here. Ah. Let me see. I think it's the vet clinic items that I'm thinking of. Yeah. Well, I don't know about... But yeah, something like this. Like we could have some sort of storage back here. And we'll do that in all of them. Not the dirty ones. We want the highest tech, fanciest storage. Because this is a state-of-the-art children's hospital, you know? This one probably doesn't need that. Maybe we could just have, like, one in here. Because, again, this is going to be just for, like, super simple procedures. Okay, and then we'll get the same carts we've been using. Grab this cart from high school years, and we'll just go ahead and pop a couple of those, and then we will get these surgical tools from Cats and Dogs, the ones that I just had out, and I should have kept some so I could just copied and paste them, but you know, sometimes I'm not the brightest crayon in the box. But yeah, we can just have like some surgical tools. This is like the nurse's tray. If you like think about like, especially Grey's Anatomy, and other like surgical shows, like they'll have like a little tray that has all of the scalpels and clamps and everything on it. And I think that that makes a lot of sense, in an OR. No, not. Yeah. Wrong room. And even though this one's for like less intense procedures, we'll still have like this cart, but it'll just be a little bit more open. I guess we could do 2 in here. But yeah, just a lot more open, like not as crazy. And then let's go and look at Get to Work and see what else we could possibly find. And the thing about this is that this is going to function for a normal hospital in game. Like I said, it probably wouldn't be really worth it to play with for like the doctor career unless you want to like lock a bunch of doors and only let them be able to use like this side of the hospital, because otherwise it's just going to kind of suck if they have access to the whole hospital and they're wandering around and you're just never going to get anything done. But like I said, if you wanted to use it, this will function. It will 100% function as a real hospital in game. There we go, so they can see like whatever imaging they need to see. And like I said, this is going to be more storage, so I think I'm going to do some more cold storage kind of just up against this wall. And we'll do some like shelf warm storage as well. Like right here. Let's see, what shelves should we use? Honestly, probably these from the new pack, because they're like metal and so they'd be more sterile, so I feel like these would make the most sense. And we'll just do like a silver metal, and we'll do the silver cart as well, or it's almost like green, it's not even really silver. I guess we can do it in black then. Then there, now we have some storage, and then I think another big thing would be having some really big trash cans. Just considering. Because you're gonna have lots of lap pads and bandages and like the packs the sutures come in and stuff to throw away. So if we just have like some trash cans, But I think really that looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and save, because I don't want to risk the game crashing and us losing our progress. That would be horrible. Also, I just got an update on the Florida shooting, and it's sad what this world has come to. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be a normal staff room, so this is going to be just like couch, mini kitchen, like very normal staff room. I'm thinking maybe some like lockers. I think are there lockers in here? We have some lockers in here, but I want the lockers from high school years. Let's see. Okay, so then like the staff can put their stuff in here. And then maybe we could do the kitchenette right here. So I'm thinking little mini fridge. Same counters we've been using. Sink. There we go. And we could have the little soap thing. Obviously, this is not actually soap. It's supposed to be a hand sanitizer machine, but we're pretending it's a soap machine. We could just have that, and then, of course, the paper towels, just like tucked over here. Could we get maybe like an empty desk for them to sit at? Like if they need to, like, I don't know, read. I'm like, I don't really know what you would put back here, but we could just have like an old and then we could do a TV, and we can do a couch back here, and maybe a seat as well. But what one should we use? I'm kind of leaning towards like something kind of old. Like this kind of matches with the green pillows. I'm like, what if we did something kind of old? And so it's like they have the old couches that used to be like in the waiting areas. Like the hospital's recycled. I think that's pretty common in workplaces for like furniture to get recycled. So why don't we do that, and then we can do this, and then we can put the trash can for in here back here. And then I'm thinking just like super cheap, like metal table with some cheap metal chairs. Look at that. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. And then since this is a staff room, we could probably have like a calendar. Okay, so we have a policeman, another policeman, and a fireman. I think we're gonna do a fireman. So we can have like a little calendar, and they can like have like who works what shifts on there, so that way they know what their shifts are always. But here's our little staff room. I'm wondering, could we get maybe a little something up on this table? And also maybe something here too. I'm thinking, let's get like a dirty mug. But I'm like, what if we had like a pencil holder and, you know, just a couple little things. Oh, and what if we had a lost and found somewhere? I don't know where. Maybe back in this nurse's station? Anyways, like I said, I'm thinking like some sort of pencil holder. Super simple. Oh, and what if we had like, maybe someone was like studying medical journals or something back here? The real question is, where's a pencil holder? Like, where's a pencil holder? Oh, this probably makes more sense to have. Like, what if we just had, like, a bunch of books? But maybe it's in miscellaneous? The problem is I have debug on, so we also have everything else, so it's, like, so crowded. Do we just not have pencil holders? I know we do. But, like, where are they? Like, what if we just had, like, that? And then I'm thinking also, like, some tissues. Maybe a little plant up here just for decor. Or we could even just have a vase without a plant. There. So then there's just a little bit of decor around so it looks like it's been used. Like there's pencils for people who are doing like research on this computer. There's some like medical books because this is a medical library. We're actually going to put the library sign like right here, and then I want to do the rolling book cart from, I believe it's university, like under here. So if you don't know where it goes, you can put it back, and we'll have like a clerk desk. So then there's like a clerk here. Probably the same person you gotta check books out through, because a lot of times with like medical journals and like research libraries and hospitals, like they'll make you check out a book because they want you to bring it back. Is it really in decorations? No? What is it in? Okay. Okay, I know it's in, I mean, I guess maybe it could be in high school years, but like, I could have sworn it was Discover University. Is it really in high school years? Am I blind? Am I actually blind? Because I feel like I'm actually blind. That's another thing we don't have. We don't have, like, a grand rounds thing. Like, in Grey's Anatomy, they have grand rounds. In a lot of hospitals, they also have, like, some sort of auditorium to, like, present cases in. And I feel like that would be so fun, but we don't have that. I'm like, did I put one downstairs, maybe? I didn't. Foxbury Institute cart. Oh no, it's the library. It's from Get to Work. Crazy. Anyways, I didn't know it was from Get to Work. I thought it was from high school years. Oop! I just spoiled stuff for Mama Erin. She's, like, probably so lost now. Okay, and then we can just have, like, this. And we can have, like, a couple of couches. Probably, like, the ones we already have. But maybe in... brown, and then we can have, like, the librarian record keeper's desk right here, so then, like, you have to walk by and check out books. But then we have a couple of couches. Actually, we do something like that, and then yeah, you can get, like, the research archive machine, so if you need to use it in your game, you can. And this is going to be, like, a computer lab, so this is going to have 4 different desks for the staff to use. I think we're just gonna do, like, this, because we need, like, a good tower on these, because there's gonna be a lot of, like, research stuff kept in here. And then, what if we had, like, some medical posters just, like, plastered on the wall? I don't know what we have that's really, like, medical poster-y, but we could figure something out, right? Oh, and we could probably get a, fire extinguisher. I think we have some, maybe over, or do we put them downstairs? We might have put them downstairs. I was like, I swear we put some fire extinguishers around here. Yeah, we did. We can, like, put one up here. Probably should put one, in the, like, OR area, too. Maybe that's what we can put over here. There. Okay. Back to what we were doing with posters. My brain, like, stopped functioning there for a second. I was like, we gotta do this. Okay, these are the sciences posters from high school years. So what if we had a couple of these? So we have like a couple of different posters that have like information on them about different things. And then this, like I said, is going to be our lab. So we're going to have a couple of these chemical analyzers. Anything crazy special? Maybe we could put like a fridge to store the lab products in, and we can have another set of another little hand washing station. I don't know why I said set. A set of counters, I guess, is what I was probably trying to get after. But of course, if you're going to have a lab, you probably need things to wash your hands with and all that fun stuff, so... Then we have 2 of the analyzers, so that way, again, if you're going to use this in your real game, there should be plenty. And again, we have plenty of computers and things for them to use for their research. We have the archive machine as well. Yeah, we're getting pretty far. We finished the staff area now. So I think it's time we move on to the pediatrics office, and we can move on to the main entrance and like the cafeteria and gift shop that we have created. Okay, so this is going to be a bathroom for the pediatrics office, because the pediatrics office is like completely separate. It is connected to the lab, so like if you did need to like use it, like this office for whatever reason, you could like get in here, but yeah, it's supposed to be like a separate entity for the most part. So it's got its own bathroom. Guy. Grab this guy. And then plop this over here and grab whatever trash can I used in here. The get to work one. I'm actually surprised I didn't know that off the top of my head. I was like, I don't know what trash can I used. But again, it's been 2 days since I touched this build, so I, like, have no clue, like, about anything I did. But here is this bathroom. And then we're gonna have just a little check-in desk. So we need to get the check-in desk again. Of course I can't copy it. Frick you. Can I copy these end pieces? Epic. I was like... please let me just do this one thing. Okay, so here's the little check-in area, and then I'm thinking... we can do, like, couches for the parents, then have this be, like, a whole toy area, because obviously this is a pediatrics office, so, like, kids aren't going to be as sick coming in here, so they're going to have the energy to be able to actually play, so you can have, like, more toys. We can have like a baby rattle. We can have baby blocks. We can have the little doctor kit. We can have some sort of maybe have the dinosaur and this guy. We can have this guy again. And then I'm just placing like some random toys around. So like I said, we have that guy. We can like put a rattle. We can put like horse. A horse, of course. You know, just some like really random little toys around so it looks like, you know, they have a couple of extra toys since we didn't really get to put toys around the ER. We didn't really clutter it very much, so we're going to clutter this space and have it look like there's no toy box. There's just like some random toys that, you know, the doctor's office has acquired. Beautiful. Okay, and then we're going to need, and you can't copy those either. Epic. I was like, oh, it'd be so much easier if I can just copy. But no. Why would I ever be able to just copy? Okay, can we get some really fun chairs? And actually, could we get like a beanbag out here? Because I think a beanbag would be really, like, good. Could we get a really fun colored chair, I wonder, to, like, help keep this really bright and colorful since it's just a pediatrics office, you know? Like, does this have any fun colors? Not really. This has red and, like, this blue. Could we do the blue? Maybe we can do 2 chairs, because it's not a hospital, so, like, it would make more sense for them to allow both parents to a pediatrics office, as opposed to, like, a hospital. And then we can get... these. We can get that. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, then can we get the eye chart that we put in the ER rooms? Because that would be probably warranted in here. Ugh. And then the other thing I would really like in here is... I just blanked. I was like, I know what I want in here. And now I'm like, I don't know what I want in here. Can we get like a stool for the doctor to sit on. That could be nice. Oh, I wanted the decor that we put down. I think we put it downstairs. I think it's from Cats and Dogs. Or it's maybe it's from Get to Work. I'm starting to doubt it's from Get to Work because I don't see it. Ooh, what if we had a skeleton in, like, the research lab? Yeah. Epic. It must be Cats and Dogs then. Not Seasons. Miss me with that shit. Yeah, right here. Like the tongue depressors and stuff, so that way, like, you already have the stuff you need to use for the kiddos. Perfect, perfect. I feel like that's kind of that done. Like, I don't think we really need a whole lot more. Maybe we could add some art in the rooms, but other than that, I don't really think we need a crazy amount more stuff. Okay, let's see. What can we... I kind of had an idea of what I wanted to use. I wanted to use the, well, I think this could be a lot of fun to put, like... Because normally they check, like, your, like, height and stuff before you get into the room. So, like, what if we have that? And then I was like, what if we used these from the base game? And maybe also this. Something's on my mouse. I was not a fan. I was like, get off my mouse. Like, what if we did something like this and it just was, like, kind of crazy? And just, like, a bunch of different colors. We can do, like, red. We could do this one in blue. We could do this one in the white and orange. We could do this one in the pink. Do we do the pink on the elephant too? It's kind of funny. But it's a bunch of different colors, and it kind of makes it nice and colorful. And then I was going to put this in this one, and then maybe this one, like right here. I guess we could do different animals, too. We could do the cat in here. Look at that! Isn't that so cute? It's the cutest little pediatrics office, and it's, like, it's so stinking cute. Okay, now that we're done with pediatrics office, let's move on to the main lobby, and we can also do the cafeteria, the gift shop, this little, like, play area. But let's go ahead and start here, and then we can just work our way into the main lobby. So this is supposed to be another vending machine area. So we're gonna have like a couple different vending machines over here. Like I was thinking we could do the hot eats, and we could also do like this, and we could do like we could do 3. We could do the hot, we could do the normal, we could do the freezy treats. And then we could definitely keep with some like fun, bright colors. And then we could get like a fun couch. And of course some sort of trash can, because that's important. If you're gonna have people buying treats, you probably want somewhere for them to throw them away, right? Like, you don't want them just like throw them wherever. Okay, and then the most important thing on this whole first floor is probably going to be these bathrooms. I think I'm just going to do them in white. And then we'll just do like double sinks with the sinks we've been using, because we are trying to like use the same kind of vibe. And we will put like diaper changing stations in each one as well. And then I was thinking we could do the soaps. Well, we should probably put some sort of way to turn on the light. And then let's see, where is the little soap dispenser we've been using? Here's this. Okay, and we'll just place it in between. And then we'll do little trash cans. And last but not least, for the bathrooms, we'll put the little baby changing tables. I am putting one in the men's and women's because that's just who I am. I'm not like... I don't know, there are people that I still believe that we should just only have changing tables in women's restrooms. But I'm not one of those people. I believe that there should be changing tables in every restroom because there are single dads. There are trans dads. There, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are we still, like, hung up on this idea that, like, only women should be changing their babies' diapers? How about we change, like, the baby's diaper regardless of... I don't know what one to use. We could use the one from this frickin' pack. There we go. Lots and lots. Hi Jeremy. Welcome in. I am not really feeling any better. My throat's still bugging me pretty bad. So I've just been kind of trying to take it easy. Trying to get this hospital bill done because this is taking ages. And I promise I'm being patient, but I want it done. We're still working on the first floor. And I'm just ready to, like, be done with it. I think don't we have, like, some sort of... I think it's from Growing Together. Yeah. Obviously, this is for, like, a community center, but I feel like it still will work for... Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I still have, like, a really sore throat and am very, very tired. Like, that might even be an understatement. I am literally exhausted, but I'm pushing through. I'm trying to make it work, so we are trying very hard. Well, I appreciate the support so much. It does really mean a lot to me to have, like, my community rallying behind me while I don't feel good, because, like, it's been rough. Like I said, like, it's hard to, like, be a streamer, especially, like, during a time like this where I'm doing such a big fundraiser, and it's hard to be sick while doing that, because, like yesterday when I had to cancel stream, I was, like, so discouraged. I was like, I feel so bad. Because, like, all I want to do is fundraise for these kids, but I was like, I physically couldn't yesterday. I was so tired and just absolutely, like, heartbroken that I couldn't make stream work. I was, like I said, I was so tired. I was just like, please, God, make me untired, but nothing made me untired. I just stayed tired. Oh, I bet. Where? Let me just do, like, a normal Blarfy this time. And I think I'm gonna make this, like, a reading area. Actually, I might even move this. No, don't go in the gift shop. I want to do all the different cars. And then we can, like, shove this guy over here. Oh, we have two. Why do we have two? Interesting. No. That's probably why I don't feel good still. I definitely did not get enough rest. To even say the least. I didn't go to sleep until, like, after, like, almost 1 o'clock this morning. I was working on some, like, content for TikTok and stuff, so I just did not get, like, any sleep, and I am so tired, and I have quite the evening ahead of me still. I still have, you know, all of my TikTok stream stuff, and What if we just did a bunch of frogs around here? Okay, so we have like a little playroom off the main, like waiting room for like kids. So that way, like if you're like waiting for your appointment or to like be called up here or whatever to like go see somebody, you can like have your kids play and not have to worry about any of that. I should probably save. And this is gonna be the cafeteria, gift shop, and then we have a storage closet in here as well. So this is gonna be a storage closet for like the gift shop stuff. And then this is a kitchen. This is the cafeteria. This is gonna be like a little gift shop. Just a little tiny gift shop, really. Just to like be able to say they have one here. Ooh, nice. You'll have to share a picture if you're comfortable in the Discord server. I need a haircut really bad. There's no doubt about that one. I need a haircut. My hair is, like, there's a lot of dead ends. It's been, what, over a year now since I got my hair cut last? So, or just about a year, because I dyed my hair purple for my brother's wedding. Or no, I dyed it back to brown for his wedding, so no, it has been a year. Because I dyed my hair purple the same time I got my hair cut. So it would have been about a year ago at this point. So I definitely need to go get a trim. Oh, hydrate before I dehydrate. I literally just drank, but I'll drink more because my throat hurts. Yeah, my throat's kind of killer at the moment. Oh, we could do a little cash register. Well, we were gonna do a cash register. Yes, I would love that. I guess, can we get the retail counter? I'm like, big brain moment. Do I have to like put an access back here? There. So now you can like check out stuff. And then I was thinking we could do the corner display, and then we could do like 2 of these. If we do the gold would be probably kind of nice. Beautiful. Okay, and then we need to do some like kid stuff, because it's a children's hospital, so obviously you're gonna be buying stuff for kids here. Like, that's just kind of how it is. I fear. It's like, what if we had some like lunch boxes you could buy kids, and we could have, I don't know, we'll get some toys. Not the half babies. That's terrifying. Anyway. We could do, like, some rubber duckies. Yeah, I have been really enjoying building this hospital, and, my only issue with The Sims 4 right now is there's been a lot of drama lately, amongst, some people in the community towards me, and so that's kind of why, like, the past couple weeks I had taken a little bit of a break from The Sims 4. I had kind of been focusing more on, like, other games, Among Us, Minecraft. Just kind of distancing myself from this community for a little bit because, like I said, there was just some behavior that was not really, you know, up my alley as far as, like, being treated, nicely, and it was just not the vibe. Thankfully, a lot of it simmered down now. Yeah, and we're definitely gonna play some more Minecraft. I think probably over the next couple weeks. I know for sure we're playing Minecraft in 2 weeks on, like, Monday, whatever day that is. That's what, the 28th. Yeah, there's just been some behavior recently in, like, the smaller Sim streamer community. And not even smaller. Actually, the original issue was with a bigger creator, but I'm not gonna air that dirty laundry. Yeah, there's just been some, like, little, like, qualms with people that I'm like, ugh, like, I don't really like how it was being treated, and so I kind of took a break from The Sims for a while, just because I didn't really want to be associated with that community for a little bit, and just make sure I was protecting myself, because it can be hard on your mental health, and that's part of why I canceled a stream yesterday. There was just some stuff that happened that, like, I was like, I kind of just need a break, like. Some stuff that happened that just really wasn't fair to me, like, as just a normal person, and I was like, I don't know. I was already not feeling good, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna push through and stream, and then all that happened, and I was like, do I really want to stream? Like. Oh, yeah, my relationship is great. Yeah, there's no concern as far as he goes, like, with how things have been going for me. He has been amazing and, supportive. He did say last night when, like, all this drama was happening, he was like, when you get a chance to, I would love if you took a break from streaming and, like, just focused on yourself, because he was like, I am just worried that you are going to destroy your mental health, with kind of, like, all the drama that's been going on with the bigger Sim streamer, and then also just some stuff that happened yesterday with some people, and so he was like, I would like if, like, the next chance you get, if you could take a break and just, like, kind of sit with it. And I appreciate him saying that, because obviously, yeah, he's definitely concerned that, like, I'm running myself into the ground, which is probably true. because, yeah, I'm not the best at, like, preserving my mental health. Like, I will just push and push and push until I break, and thankfully I'm nowhere close to that point, like, right now, but he's like, yeah, just whenever you get a chance during this, because obviously I'm doing my St. Jude fundraiser right now, so he's like, just whenever you get the chance, like, please, 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 like, take a couple days off, play video games for yourself, because that's been a big issue, is, like, I pretty much only game to stream now, and he's like, just take a couple days off, play video games because you want to play them, and then, you know, just, like, go from there. Because I definitely do need to, like, just play for myself. Like, a couple weeks ago, I was playing PUBG a lot, and then all of a sudden, like, leading up to the St. Jude fundraiser, I was like, I just need to focus on the fundraiser. Honestly, same. Who doesn't want to have an affair with Scarlett Johansson, by the way? I, like, if you... Whoever says they don't want to is a liar, because she's hot. She's very hot. And I would, hands down, have an affair with Scarlett Johansson any day, okay? Like, I would gladly do that. I think I talked about that, like, earlier today with somebody. I was like, because she was named, or it was revealed that she's gonna be one of the, like, most influential people of 2025. I think by, is it People or Times or whatever, one of the magazines. She's gonna be, like, named one of the most influential people of 2025, and I was, like, talking to somebody about it. I was like, her voice is very sexy. Honestly, like, I could just close my eyes and listen to, like, recordings of her voice for ages. I guess we could put these as storage shelves. Then I'm like, what if we just did, like... Oop. I think Buddy is a little too big. Oh, yeah, if she, like, replied to my comment or saw, like, watched my streams or, like, anything, I would probably have, like, the biggest fangirl moment of my life. I would be like, actually, I'm in love, and like, I'm gonna die. Like, that would so be something I'd do. I'd be like, oh my god. I was hoping I could, like, yeah, can we get, like, a couple of, like, packs of baby wipes for people to buy? Beautiful. I know who you're talking about. I don't think I've seen her in a while. But yeah, she looks very good too. So, what was I gonna do? Oh. Now we're working on the cafeteria. This is probably the last bit we'll work on today, and then tomorrow, before we stream Left 4 Dead, we're going to work on the second and third floors in the roof. We're gonna finish this tomorrow, but since I'm not feeling good, I've decided that we're just gonna do the bottom floor today, and then we'll finish the rest later. I am streaming at 6 p.m. Central Time. I'm not sure what time zone you're in, but yeah, 6 p.m. Maybe a little bit earlier, honestly. We might even go for like 4 or 5, just because we're also going to play Left 4 Dead, so I might start a little bit earlier than I originally planned, just so we can pump out this build, because I do want to finish it. So it would be 7 p.m. your time. But like I said, we might start a little bit earlier than that. It just really depends on how I'm feeling and if I'm up for playing a little bit earlier. I hope I'm up to play a little bit earlier, but I guess we'll have to find out. No, I think I'm okay. I just, I thought that we were gonna finish this build in 3 days, and, we're nowhere even close. We're on day 3. We're on hour 5 of building this, and we just are nowhere close, so I am, like, so ready to be done. I just want this build to be done. And my boyfriend was like, what if you, like, did some of it, like, off camera? And I was like, I could, but I really want to share the whole build, because, like, I'm posting the VODs onto YouTube, so it's like, I really want to do the whole build. I just, it takes so long, and I didn't give myself enough time, and so, like, I'm a little bit stressed out about it, because I do want to be done. Interesting. Ooh, what if we had, like, this? But then what I wanted was, I wanted to do, like, these trash cans over here. Like, have, like, a recycling one and, like, a food scraps one. Okay. So we got those, and then let's go ahead and get, I think I want to just do, like, picnic tables. Like, I want to do that cafeteria style, so I want to do, like, these. Probably in some fun colors, though. But we can do, like, some fun. Ooh, that's really cool. Ooh, look at that. All the fun colors, since it is a children's hospital. It's very colorful. Thank you. Yes, go make yourself some dinner. That's why, like, we'll probably, I guess we could probably, we have some more time. We could maybe start up here on the bathrooms and the waiting room. But yeah, I definitely need to make dinner before the Grays stream. So I'm like, I need to not stream until, like, right before that starts. I need to give myself some time. So yes, go enjoy your night, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. I appreciate it so much, friend. So this is another really solemn area, because it's, like, the ICU, the NICU, so, like, obviously, like, the kids in these places are a lot sicker, so I'm, like, we'll probably do another really, like, solemn kind of Lots of sitting area, and then we will do another little, like, toy room. So let's just plop one of these suckers somewhere. And we'll do another one of these. And we'll do another little dollhouse. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, we can do another. Those, we can have a couple of bean bags up here as well. We can do the fun, like, these ones. We can do like a candy one and a strawberry one. And then what can we get away with putting up here for kids decor? I know this is a children's hospital, not a vet's office, but I feel like this would be, like, I don't know, kind of appropriate to have in, like, the kids area. And then maybe we have, like, those guys. Or, you know what if we made this void critter themed? And we could have, like, this one for the girls and this one for the boys. Obviously not that, like, you have to, they don't have to be gendered, but there we go. We got a couple void critters up and around now. Little void critter themed room. And then this is going to be a maintenance closet, so we'll have, like, a broom and chemicals and, you know, different things. I think most of the stuff that we're going to need is going to be from laundry day. Then we do have. I was like, do we have towels? We have towels. We have, like, the thing that you can put on the wall of towels. Like, what if we moved this and then we put, like, the towel rack? And then we could do, like, fake hamper underneath for the housekeepers. Beautiful. So we have, like, a little just maintenance closet with, you know, broom and just whatever they need to, like, be able to clean up. Yes, thank you for telling me to save. I probably should save. I don't know what we're gonna put in here. necessarily. I mean, I definitely like to have another changing table. But I'm like, we don't really need anything else. Let's see. Can we get a little trash can? And then these will be automatic lights as well. And maybe I could just put like a plant in the corner or like a chair. Like where's the same chairs we used in the ER? Like these just like little white chairs. You could put one in each of the bathrooms for like, I don't know, nursing space or, you know, whatever. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love that we like kept like the blue and pink theme in here. Very cute little bathrooms up here. Okay, and then honestly the NICU is probably going to be like the easiest, so why don't we knock the NICU out real quick. Kind of same thing as downstairs. Obviously there would be some sort of scrub like situation because it's a NICU. They really do a really good job at NICUs of like trying to keep germs at bay. So let's go ahead and do that, and we can get the same soap we had. We can get little towel dispenser and a trash can in here. And like I said, we're going to have 2 private NICU suites, so people that either the babies are super critical, a lot of stuff happened. Like, I feel like at NICUs, like, private suites go to people who either have the money to pay for them, or, like, baby needs a lot of extra care. There's a lot of alarms going off all the time, and so, like, it would be really scary for, like, other parents in, like, the main NICU area to, like, have that happen, so... like, they usually get, like, a private little area, and then we'll have some babies in here. And we'll have, like, some rocking chairs and stuff. But I was thinking we could, like... have like lights for the babies because obviously usually they're gonna need warmers. These probably won't function. I'm gonna be so for real, these probably won't function in game because I have the warmers above them. We can have that. We can have some like little IV poles for the babies. Okay, and then we'll maybe put like some storage. Maybe they keep like formula and stuff just in these little formula, extra medical supplies, whatever. Just like in these cabinets. Or maybe even there's a cabinet for each baby. Ooh, that could be good. Like, what if we did like 5 cabinets, and so it's like the formula or whatever for each baby's kept in there. And then another thing is having a fridge for breast milk for the babies. So let's go ahead and just have like a big fridge in here, and then we'll have mini fridges in the other rooms. And then I was thinking we could have one of the hand sanitizer things kind of on the way out of the rooms, so that way like the doctor can use it, the parents can use it, you know, if they need it on their way out. And then let's go ahead and get some lights. I think I'm gonna have these ones be automatic as well, so it's like, oh, if nobody's in here, the light shuts off for the baby. And then this one, the lights will just stay on all the time, I think. Kind of same thing in here. We can just have like little personal cupboards. And we'll have like mini fridges, since they won't need it as, or mini freezers, I guess I should say, because you're probably freezing breast milk more than you're going to be just keeping it in a fridge if you're dealing with a little tiny preemie baby who's only going to use so much at a time. Can we get like a couple big trash cans in here, since there's multiple babies in this one? There. Got a couple of trash cans. And then I want to do like some like rocking chairs in here, and then in here, since these are the private suites, I honestly might get like big couches that like parents could sleep on. Like honestly, something that even looks like a futon. Where's the futon looking one from base game? Here it is. Like, what if we had like a futon? So like the parents could stay here if they wanted to. Also, hello, thank you for redeeming Sharp Pump Fairy. I see you. But welcome in. How are you, friend? Welcome back. We are just finishing up the NICU here real quick, and then we'll probably go ahead and take a break before 911 and Grays, but we'll kind of see where we're at. Oh no! That's so horrible. Like, okay, so we have a couple of different rocking chairs. We have a lot of different rocking chairs, actually. Maybe this one can be, like, for, like, parents that are together. Because sometimes, like, both parents will come. I don't know how, like, how are we supposed to do this? I guess we could, like, put one in between. Like, this is insane. This is a huge NICU. We have, obviously, 2 private suites for People who have the money for it, or babies who have alarms going off a lot more, and like it'd be traumatizing for the other parents to have to hear alarms constantly. So like we have like this for like babies who are a little bit better, like they don't have alarms going off constantly, like they maybe just need to gain the weight to be able to go home or whatever. And then this is going to be for more medically complex babies who, like I said, alarms are going off all the time. It's going to be really triggering for some of the other parents, so they have their own private medical suites. And then this is going to be our next order of business. This is another little like nurses area. This is going to be a gym, and then we're going to have like a shower room and a toilet, and then we're also obviously going to have our usual like research computers that they can use up here. This will be completely functional in game, by the way. I am going to make sure that we have everything you need to be able to use this in game, because I think it'd be kind of weird to not make it functional. Even though it is a children's hospital, it is still going to be functional for anybody that wants to use it, because I'm going to upload it and people are going to download it, and I'm like, I don't want to be responsible if for some reason it doesn't work. Like, that would be really embarrassing. So just making sure we have plenty of things. Well, and then we'll have those. Yes, thank you to myself for making sure I have reminders set by my Streamlabs bot. I love that The Sims is so prone to crashing that I have my bot remind me to save, because I'm like, I refuse to lose my progress. Absolutely not. I will not be losing my progress. Like, no thanks. I would rather sit on a hot grill. What if we got like a little couch up here? I think I've been using like an older couch. I've been using the one from Cats and Dogs for like the employee areas, because I feel like that makes a lot of sense to like have like, maybe this was like the couches they used like in the waiting rooms like prior to like upgrading those couches, so then like they use them in the employee rooms now. And we can get like one of these guys. But yeah, we just have like a little like nurses area, and then this is gonna be just like a tiny little workout room. It's gonna have 2 pieces of equipment in it. It's gonna be very tiny. Like I said, not anything crazy, but just that way, if your Sims for whatever reason need to work out here, they can work out here. So we'll just have like one of these guys and one of these guys, and maybe some lockers. And do we have, like, a good towel rack? Because, like, I think a good towel rack would be nice in here, too. Or at the very least, like, a couple of these. Yeah, look at that. And then let's go ahead and go in here, and let's just get, maybe, we could probably get 2 showers in here, honestly. And then we'll just do a little employee bathroom in here. Except I'm gonna have to go downstairs to grab the toilet, because the single bathrooms are different than the public bathrooms, so definitely have to grab all the stuff that we used in the single bathrooms. Okay, beautiful. And then can we get the paper towels and the soap? Because this is a hospital. Gotta make sure there's plenty of soap everywhere, because trying to keep people from spreading germs. Because people are germy. Like, my nanny kiddo has a runny nose. I think it's just from allergies, because I also have some allergies kind of stepping down now that the weather's warmer. But, like, still, kids and just people in general are just germy and gross. Love my nanny kid to death, but yeah, kids are disgusting. To put it simply, kids are actually just gross, and why would anybody ever want them? I'm kidding. I love kids. I literally do. My job is kids, but some days I'm like, you know, why do people do this? Like, okay, so we have... Oh, I didn't do the grief room. Let's do the grief room for the NICU, and then we can probably go ahead and wrap up after that, because we've been streaming for about 2 hours. That's kind of what my goal was for today, was to hit 2 hours, because like I said, I'm not feeling great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the alien one in here, because so a lot of times when a baby dies, and this is going to be really morbid, when a baby dies, they put it in this special cooling bassinet. So I don't want to use the same bassinets that we've been using. I think the alien one makes the most sense. It looks like it would be high tech, and it has like a light on it, so like it can like tell you like if it's getting too warm, so we can have, you know, that in here for the parents. And then we'll have like some more comfortable rocking chairs in here. We can maybe get the ones from Life and Death. This is a really solemn room, so if you hear me kind of getting a little bit quiet about it, it is a really sad topic, but I wanted to include this because it's a real part of like NICU, ICU kind of situations. As sad as it is, like, it is just a part of like what happens in these situations, and so I wanted to include that in this hospital build, because I really wanted to go for a real feel. Like, that's what I wanted, is I wanted it to feel like a real hospital, and so that comes with some of the harder things to talk about, like death, and so yeah, we've got this, and then we could probably go ahead and put some sort of like refreshment bar over here, kind of like, and hand washing station as well, because obviously if you're handling a very sick or, you know, potentially deceased child, you know, having hand washing is essential. like I said, very solemn type of conversation. And I do apologize, and I hope that this is not triggering for anybody that's in chat right now, because that is not my intention. I do want to cover all my bases with this hospital. I want it to be as realistic as possible, so having, you know, just a very realistic layout with, you know, a grief room, and we're also gonna have another one in the ICU as well. I wanted that for this build. I wanted it to be as realistic as possible. So, anyways, since we are done with the NICU, let's go ahead and take a little look at everything. Actually, can I put the can I put this decal? I think I'm gonna put it just like right here. Just like, oh yeah, this is the NICU. Like, still have it be cutesy, even though it's a very traumatizing experience for a lot of parents. You know, does this have like different? Oh, it does have different little doodle hoppers. I don't know why I said doodle hoppers, but there. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so now that we're done, we can kind of go over what we've done so far and what the plan is for tomorrow, because the goal is to finish this tomorrow. So this is the whole hospital. It is 3 big stories, and we have a small basement and a roof as well that we are going to put some HVAC stuff up on, and we obviously still have all the outside to do. We have 3 different parking lots. We have an ER parking lot, we have a main hospital parking lot, and we also have a pediatrician parking lot back here, as well as the ER like ambulance drive. And then we are gonna have like some sort of little like patio out here with like some benches, maybe a chess table, just like some really simple like little garden area for patients to be able to come out and get some fresh air. Like I said, probably in here, just that way they don't have to cross the ambulance bay to get over to anything over here. This will probably just be landscaping. So let's go ahead and look at the basement. So the basement we did the other day, and we did this little billing department. So we have 2 billing employees, and then we have all of the different like patient records and everything down here, and like some like prices for things like ER visit, ambulance ride, whatever, like just the prices. So that way like they're transparent. We have the hospital logo. We have a little sitting area. We have a lot of cameras. We will put more cameras upstairs tomorrow. And then we have a little bathroom down here for both the employees and anybody that's down here for billing. This is the housekeeping area. So we have 2 washers, 2 dryers, and like a big deep sink, and like all the maintenance stuff down here as well. And then this is a storage area, so there's like stuff for like fundraising and like electronic stuff. We have like an old bassinet that maybe they used in the NICU back in the day, oxygen tanks, an extra bed, just a lot of like random stuff. And then we also have this little vending machine down here, again, for, you know, any employees. And we also have a morgue. We do have a morgue, and again, this is a very sad part of a hospital, but again, I wanted to get as accurate as possible. So we do have a little morgue down here. We have an exam table. We have storage for bodies, and then we have, of course, kind of the same hand washing station we have everywhere else. And then upstairs, this is the ER. So again, we have the hospital logo. We have lots of seating for people that are waiting to get back to the ER. A couple of toys around just in case kids do feel well enough to come in here and play while they wait. This is the critical care ER rooms. This is where like people that came by ambulance that are in very serious condition could come. So there's like surgical lights and a lot more storage and tools and stuff in here. And then we have an infant ER room, so where you would bring a baby. So there's like the bassinet and just very standard little ER area, and of course a chair. And then we have two that would be functional in game for adults or kids, but obviously in this case it's Children's Hospital, so this would be for kids. So we have purple exam tables. They're a little bit more fun in here. Some eye charts, and again, just seats for the parents. This is the nurses station, so we have like a little lost and found box. We have like a schedule of people's meds, and then of course also some like patient art of people who have graduated from the ER and like gotten better. And then this is the like surgical like pre-surgical area where like you go and like they'll like prep wherever they're doing the surgery and make sure you're changed into a gown and you have your IV and everything. So we just have a couple of beds, a little nurses area as well. This is our radiology room, so we have the treadmills in here. So we have 2 treadmills and then a little area for like the parents to sit or whatever, and then we have 2 x-ray bays as well with little privacy curtains. So again, this will be completely functional in your game, and that's what I wanted. And then we have 3 different surgery suites. So we have one that's a little less advanced for like outpatient procedures, getting warts cut off, you know, getting bones set, whatever. And then we have 2 more advanced ones that have access to more tools back in here as well. And then of course we have a scrub room with betadine blocks and just like really, really cool situation. And another little bathroom. We got some bathrooms for the ER. And then this starts like the downstairs staff area. So this is where like just the staff do everything essentially. So we have this staff room for your Sims to use, obviously, if you are playing with this. So we have a little kitchenette, we have a computer, we have a TV, we have a little table, lockers for them to put their stuff in. This is the like research library, so we have some bookshelves, a book cart, so that way the checkout lady can put them back if she needs to. This is where you check out your books, but we also put a research archive machine here, so if you need it, you can use it in game. And then we have just a couple of couches in case you don't want to like have to check out the book. You could like just do it without checking out if you stay in here. This is the computer labs. This is where your Sims can do like their case file research and stuff like that. So we have a bunch of different science posters around. We also have a lot of these emergency lights, which we'll put some more upstairs as well. In the NICU and ICU, but this is so like if there's like codes or whatever, and like a nurse is back here like on their break, they know like what's going on. We also have a skeleton for research purposes. Oh, that's not gonna work. And then this is the lab. So we have like a fridge for like any samples that need stored. We have a hand washing station. Then we have 2 analysis machines. So again, this will be completely functional in game. And then this is a pediatrics office. So this is where you just come for a normal pediatrician checkup. So we have another check-in desk. We have, of course, some chairs for like the adults, and then we have a little beanbag for a kid that maybe wants to sit. And then we have a lot more toys in here because obviously these kids are gonna just have your common cold or be here for well child checkups. Are gonna be a little bit more well, so they'll be able to enjoy toys a little bit more. This office also has its own bathroom for patients and staff. And then we have a little height chart so they can take your kids' vitals. We have 2 checkup rooms, so they're pretty much the same, except they have different tooth fairy posters and different calendars. So like I said, just different. And then these are different colors in each room as well. And then last but not least on the first floor is the main hospital areas. This is where you'd come in for like a hospital appointment to like check in, and if you need info. This is an info desk. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak. When I tell you guys I do not feel good, I am so being so real. I feel like crap. So this is a vending machine area off of the ER, but it also connects to the main side of the hospital. So if you needed to grab a little snack while you're waiting, you can. And then we have 2 bathrooms, a girls and boys bathroom. Both of them have changing tables and 3 stalls. This is the like adults waiting area. So this is where like your adult sims would wait with their kids, but there's also a little kids play area, so that way the kids can still be in vision of the adults, but like they have stuff to do while they're waiting for their appointments or whatever. This is our gift shop. So this is a little storage closet with just like some extra stuff for the shelves. And then we have just a bunch of different toys. We have lunch boxes, we have clothes, teddy bears, just stuff that you would find in like a hospital gift shop to like give to kids. And then of course the checkout counter. And then this is our cafeteria. So we have 4 cafeteria tables. We have a bunch of different like trash can options. So we have like a normal like food one. We have one for like normal trash, napkins, whatever, and then a recycling one as well. And a nice big kitchen with dual ranges and a big fridge, because that's something you're probably going to need, right? Like if you're cooking food for a whole hospital, you're going to need lots of space. And then upstairs, we've done about half the upstairs. We did the waiting area, as you can see here. Again, kind of like an adult waiting area, a little bit more dreary. Another info panel that'll kind of tell you like where everything is. This is a like janitor / housekeeper closet. So we've got some like towels. We've got a broom and dustpan. We've got a little sink with like chemicals and paper towels underneath of it. Just a little closet for, you know, the people, the custodians, I guess you could call them. And again, another little kids playing area, even though this is like the ICU and NICU, you know, maybe a NICU baby's siblings are here or whatever, and so, or again, with like the PICU, a patient's sibling, whatever, could be here and need just like a distraction while they're waiting to be able to see their sibling or whatever. So just a couple more things. This one's a little bit more void critter themed, so we have all the void critters just around on the wall, and just a couple different toys and some more seats for kids as well that are a little bit more fun. And then this is the last thing we worked on. So this is the NICU. So this is like the nurse's station where you can like check in to come see your baby. Probably add a couple more things like some filing cabinets and just some other random stuff. This is the scrub area for the NICU. So a lot of NICUs require you to like scrub in before you see your baby, especially if your baby is going to be in this shared NICU space, because they don't want any other babies to get sick. So you got some scrub sinks again, and just like a big open hallway. We have 2 private NICU suites for babies that are a little bit more critical and need a little bit more one-on-one care, a little bit more privacy. So we've got like futons for the parents to fold out and be able to stay here. They've got mini fridges and these little like storage shelves, warmers, IV poles, the beds, and some private rocking chairs, of course. And then this is the main NICU rooms. This is for babies that don't need as much privacy, you know, maybe they're just on oxygen or on feeding tubes or whatever, not as critical. So we got a fridge to store breast milk, snacks, whatever in, and then there are 5 isolates and 5 different cubbies for each baby, so parents can have like their diapers stored in there, or formula or whatever needs to be stored. And again, same thing, warmers, IV poles, isolates. We might even try to figure out some like something to go over it so it looks a bit more like a NICU isolate. And then we have 3 rocking chairs. We have one between these 2, and then we have these 2 over here, and again 3 more of these isolates over on this wall. This is the grief room, so this is where you would go for like a private moment. So you have a cooling bassinet for anything that, obviously, I don't want to like talk about it again because I don't want to trigger anybody, but you can imagine what a grief room is for. So we've just got some rocking chairs and like a little snack station and stuff in here as well, so people can spend as much time as they need to in there. And then this is another staff room, so we have just like some coat hooks, bag hooks, 2 more desks, and some things to put like the files for the kids in. So this connects to both the PICU and the NICU. Another little area for them to chill out on their break. And then we also have this little gym, nothing fancy, again, just a treadmill and a weight machine, but very little gym, so that way if your Sims do need to do any working out for their career, they can. And we just have some showers and a staff bathroom. But that is what we worked on. Tomorrow the plan is to add some finishing touches like the alarms and some things into this check-in room, and then we'll finish off the PICU. We've got 4 PICU rooms, and then we'll finish the top floor as well, which is the normal hospital admission rooms and the pharmacy and like this like art and playroom area. We have another staff room, more bathrooms, and then we'll do the roof. We're gonna add some HVAC stuff, maybe a couple of like things for the employees to go hang out on or whatever. But yeah, I think we can finish this tomorrow before Left 4 Dead. We got a lot of stuff done today. We did everything that wasn't the ER, so the ER was already done, but we did everything else, and we did half of the second floor. So I think we can definitely finish this tomorrow. And then we obviously have to do the landscaping and terrain paint and everything. But I think the last thing we need to do here is look over at Twitch. So let's figure out who we want to raid today, because we've been on for a little more than 2 hours, close to 2.5 at this point. And like I said, I have not been feeling well, so I'm gonna go take a little break for about a half hour before 911 and Grays, and go make some dinner and just take care of myself, hydrate, because I feel like crap, and I would like to sleep, but I don't get to because it's 911 and Grays day. So let's see, who do we have? If you have any suggestions, you can put them in chat, and I am more than happy to go raid anybody's friends. Hannah's streaming. So is Star, but Star's been streaming for a while, so I imagine she's probably about done. How long has Hannah been streaming? I'm not sure. 1.5 hours, so we have plenty of time to go raid Hannah. So why don't we go ahead and raid our friend Hannah? She's one of our mods. She is playing the Legacy of Hearts Legacy Challenge. She is on Gen 1, and she's a good friend. Like I said, she is one of our mods, such a dear friend. We play Among Us, and Goose Goose stuck with her. We'll probably be playing with her on Saturday, so let's go say hi to Hannah. Thank you guys for sticking around and being here to help support the St. Jude fundraiser. Our goal is $500 raised for St. Jude, and we are going to keep pushing for the next 7 weeks. We're fundraising till the end of May. But yes, thank you for sticking around and watching me build this hospital. We'll be back tomorrow around the same time to finish up the hospital, and then we're going to play some Left 4 Dead with our mod Pyro, I think. So, yes, thank you guys, and go have fun with Hannah. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Have fun. I can't find my thing. Have fun. Bye.